Hey students and families, in order to get the most out of these videos, you want to have a few things ready first. Absolutely, you have to make sure that you have permission from your parents and family to practice your Taekwondo somewhere safe in your house or outside. If you're going outside to practice, make sure the weather will also permit you to practice and make sure your parents are watching you. If you want to improve, you have to have an extra set of eyes on you. It helps too to have someone record your practice, so if you have any questions, you can take a 10 to 30 second segment of video, upload it to our Facebook group for training families, and we will make sure that we give corrections, that we give encouragement, and we help direct you towards success. Other things to have on hand nearby include water. I know we're not so kind about having water on the mat in class, but you're at home and that's one of the benefits. So make sure you have that water nearby. And if you do, use it when you need it and push yourself even harder because you have it. It might be useful to have a towel to pat dry your face. And another really useful tool to have is a soft mat, like a yoga mat, or if you have some of your own Taekwondo mats to put down at home. That's going to help protect your body. If you don't have that, you can still train. I used to train on hard concrete, on rocks, and on dirt all the time, so it can be done. Make sure though, no matter where you train and what you're doing, that you absolutely always are being safe. And my last note, try your hardest. You cannot give up. When the workouts get rough, when you start to sweat, that's not a sign to stop. That's a sign to keep going so that you can reach that next level. All right, so our first warm-up with this lesson is going to be
knee circles.
Knee circles. Okay, so we're going to do some knee circles. These knee circles look like this. First, you're going to move forward with your back leg, lifting the knee out and in, just like that. We put it back, out to the side, and all the way around. If you're really good at it, you can really lift that knee high, and you just do this 20 times. We've already done 3. If you're moving with me, we can keep going. Up and over. When you're done with all 20, if you get done before me, go ahead and start on the other side. Very good. Keep going around. Another note on this is keep those hands up for balance. Build that good habit now so that you can protect your face when you're ready to spar. Bring it all the way around. Awesome. Here we go. 9, 10. Good. I'm going to switch to the other side so you can see how it's done. Up and over. Let's get some speed now. There we go. Now we're moving. We're going to switch in a little bit, and we're going to go the other direction. Make sure we're warming up our hip both ways. While you're at home training, make sure that you're taking the time to focus on your technique. Don't slop through it. Even if you can go fast, make sure it's correct. All right, and then we go the other way. From in front, lift the knee, bring it back, set it down. From the front, bring it around, just like that. Good. If you feel warmth, if you feel a little bit of tightness in here, go a little slower. That's normal, but you want to warm it up. So that's the right feeling. Make sure that we're doing this. If you skip the warm-up, you're going to injure yourself. We got to stay safe. That's why we're doing this. Up, back, set it down. We'll do 10 on the other side. At home, you're doing 20. Let's go. Up, back, set it down. What's the next warm-up? What are we doing after this?
Lunges.
Lunge. Oh, we love lunges here. We're gonna make really, really strong warriors. Up, over, set it down. Up, over, set it down. Very good, very good. All right, so when you're doing the lunges, don't slam your knee on the ground. If you can put down a yoga mat, something like that at home, it's going to protect you a little bit. But you can do this with control, especially since you're training to become a black belt. Go ahead, put your hands up over your head, step backwards, and set the knee on the ground. Come up slow, squeeze the muscles in your legs and your glutes. We do that again, step back. You want to go for 5 if you're a tiger, 10 if you're in karate for kids, or 15 if you're an adult or you're in our black belt program. On the other side, it looks exactly the same. When you're ready to go for that one, you move this foot back, set down that knee with control, squeeze the muscles on the way up, come back to a neutral stance. And if you need a bonus on this warm-up and you're not really getting what you want out of it, you can add more repetitions or you can go slower.
Side leg pulses. So you've already seen them front ways. We're going to do the same exact exercise sideways now, using either a side kick or a round kick, something of that nature. So first things first, we always put our hands up. We make sure our foot is pivoted. We're going to pick our leg up off the ground and execute a kick. And then we're going to pick it up and put it down, over and over and over. And if you're having trouble keeping your balance, remember our tricks for that. Bend this knee that's on the ground, keep your hands up and focus your eyes on a target to help you keep your legs under you. You can also hold on to something. If you have a lot of trouble with your balance, hold on to a wall, a chair, something steady that's going to hold you up while you're doing your exercise. If you're a tiger, you're going to be doing that 5 times. If you're a karate for kid, you're doing it 10. If you're an adult, a black belt, you want extra practice, you're doing it 15 times on both legs. So what that pulse looks like is you have your hands up, you have your pivot, you pick your kick up, down, up, down, up, down. From this way, hands, pivot, up, down, up, down, up, down, really strengthening those hip flexors. And if you want another way to work out with that, instead of extending the kick all the way, chamber a kick. I'm chambering my round kick here. Pick the chamber up, down, up, down, up, down. So now we're going to work on our push-ups. The positioning for this is toes on the ground, hands on the ground. All right, you go down. We really concentrate on keeping our belt up and in, away from the ground, without sticking our butt up in the air. We have to have a nice, tight, and flat position here. When you touch the ground, you only want to do so with your chest. Put your heart on the ground. You go down, and you go up. And pay attention to the positioning on that. When I go down, my legs, my stomach, my belt touches the ground, but not the legs or stomach, just the heart. Go down, and up from the front. And it looks like this. Hands, toes, look straight ahead. Make sure you're very strong. You go down, and you come up. And you can mix this up by moving your hands to different positions. You can have your hands out wide in front of you. You can have them tucked right underneath you. You can also try doing push-ups with diamonds like this, down and up for a really hard challenge if you want it. If you're a tiger, you're doing that 5 times. If you're karate for kid, you're doing 10. If you're a black belt or an adult student, you're doing it 15 times. The first stretch that we're doing today is frog stretch. Start by kneeling on the ground. All right, put your hands on the ground in front of you and push your knees as far apart as you're able to. All right, you can make it harder by moving your feet out to the side. So you're moving your feet out and pushing your hips. You have a perfect frog stretch. You're going to get your hips flush to the ground when you do this. But you want to make sure that your bottom does not go before your knees or behind them, because that changes the stretch. You want to keep it right in the center and push down. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds.
The next stretch that I'm going to show you is a cross arm stretch. This is going to stretch out your triceps muscle on the back of your arm, as well as your rear and mid delt in your shoulder. These are muscles absolutely critical for blocking with strength and for striking with speed. To do this, we swing the arm across and we hook it with the other arm. I recommend hooking on the back side of the elbow. Pull up my sleeve so you can see. Here's my elbow. This side's not going to do too much for you. You want a straight arm and hook on the back end of your elbow. It's natural to get like a turtle in their shell here. My shoulder is up right under my chin. I want you to relax that shoulder and pull it tight across so you can feel that stretch through the muscle fibers in here. It's important to give your body love when we stretch like this. If you want your body to take care of you when you need to defend it, you got to show it some love and respect right now. You can hold this for 30 seconds. You can pulse that hold by squeezing, and then you switch to the other side. From over here, get that turtle out of his shell, pulse, squeeze, or go for full stretch. I can feel this is a good stretch. You're going to get a lot out of this, especially if you're like me and you like to hit with your hands a lot. All right, let's move on from there.
Toe touch. You're going to stand up, you're going to move your feet shoulder width apart. If you're very flexible, you can make it harder by putting your toes together and reaching from here. So we have our feet, reach your arms up, and then keep the back straight as you reach down to the ground. So when you bend, stick your butt out, reach with your back straight all the way down. All right, there's a few levels to this. If you can't touch the ground or your toes, aim for your legs, wave your hands at the ground, try to touch here. If you can touch the ground, try to touch with your knuckles. If you can do that, try to touch with your palms, and if you can do that, you can start hugging your legs, pulling your chest down to your legs. The last stretch we're going to do is bridge. There's two ways to get into this stretch.
Cut. You're on.
All right, so the first way you get into bridge is you sit down. Lay down, back against the ground, and put your arms back over your shoulders so your palms are flat on the ground. Make sure your feet are steady on the ground and push yourself up. And you want to push your core as far away from the ground as you can to be in this position here. Right?
Yep.
The next way you can do this is you can start by standing. Stand, have your feet shoulder width apart, reach up and back, and catch yourself before you hit the ground. And hold bridge in this position. When we're doing this bridge stretch, we should be able to feel it in our back, in our core, and in the fronts of our legs, and maybe even if your shoulders, if those need some more stretching.
All right, the drill we're going to work on today is going to be focused all on speed. All the drills we do are all about speed. The first one I want to see you do at home, and I want to hear your progress with this, is speed punches to a timer. You have a lot of options here. You can ask mom or dad to time you with their smartphone. You can use a watch, a stopwatch, a clock on the wall, or you can make it really fun. Something I like to do is I like to wait until commercials start while I'm watching TV and do as many as I can before the show comes back on. You can play your favorite song. Pick a song that you know how long it is and play it every time you do your punches and see how many you can do before the song is over. And then, of course, another great one to do is throw something you want to eat in the microwave and do as many punches as you can while it's in there spinning around. And when it's done, see if you can do any better the next time you have a snack or a meal. So for example, when you do this, please always do in a stance. It can be middle stance, front stance, you can use your back stance, you can use rear back stance. Not a lot of people try this one with punches, but man, that'll really work one leg. So if you do it again, go to the other side. But the purpose for holding that stance while you do it is so that your legs don't get tired and you don't miss an opportunity to get stronger. If you want to train to be like a black belt, you've got to learn to think like a black belt. And ask any of the instructors at your school, and you'll find out we train all the time. We have this so ingrained in us that when we watch TV, when we listen to music, and when we're making food, we're already training, and you can do it too. So let's give an example of what that might look like in middle stance. Down below at the bottom of the screen, I'll go ahead and put a timer for 30 seconds, and we're just going to see how long it takes.
Keep going. Halfway. Five, four, three, two, one.
And just like that, you get a great workout in a minimum amount of time. That's for practicing any other time. For right now, use the timer in the video. Go back, try it again. If the cardio from the punching challenge isn't enough for you, and you're a monster, just like your instructors, you're gonna try now to do some kick races. But I want this challenge out there for everybody, so pay attention. Have mom or dad record a video of you doing as many front kicks as you can do in just 30 seconds. have to kick the whole time, and you have to count out loud. With mom and dad's permission, they'll help you upload it to Facebook. Remember to tag the school, and let's find out which of our students can kick the fastest. Your instructors will be a judge. We're going to like and comment the videos, and we're going to let you know whether you performed your kicks correctly, and we'll let you know whether we think you need to modify your counting method. So let's review front kick really quickly. When you're doing this for speed, I want to make it fair so that white belts and black belts are on a more even playing field. Even though black belts have more practice, this technique is fresh in the white belt's mind, so you've got a chance to win this. Get those hands up, focus on your target, and extend all 4 parts. Chamber, extension, rechamber, set it down. For speed, as fast as you can, with proper technique to put it back. Straight through for 30 seconds. Now, I know 30 seconds is a long time. I'm still out of breath from doing the punches, so I know you're gonna be tired too. Catch your breath, focus yourself. Even in that 30 seconds, if you have to take a break, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you get right back in it and you reach the end. And it is okay to switch legs. If you get about 15 seconds through, you're getting gassed, catch your breath, switch to the other leg and finish strong. And my bonus tip, especially if you want to really impress your classmates and your family, listen to this. Use your off leg first and then switch to your good leg so you can end stronger than when you started. All right, and right after you're done with your kick race, I hope you still got some energy left, but the good news is we're going to bring it down slow. We're doing 3 directional kicks. Tigers, this is for you. I want you to put your foot down every time. After you kick in each direction, it goes back down on the ground. But everybody else, whether you're a white belt or a black belt, if you're karate for kid all the way to an adult, challenge yourself. Push yourself to try and do all 3 kicks without setting your foot down. Hey, and if you can't, that's okay. Do your best. Don't worry about the rest. All I can ever ask from you is your best. These 3 direction kicks are going to be a front kick, a round kick, and a side kick. I'll turn sideways so you can see the 3 directions. You'll start with a front kick to the front of you, the direction you're facing, followed by a round kick to the side, look over your shoulder, throw that side kick to the rear, and focus, ending looking at the front. Practice the guard position, practice your warrior face, looking as tough, feeling as strong as you can. That's with keeping the leg up in the air. I'll show you now setting it down. You have front kick, look to the side. You have round kick, and then look to the back. You have side kick to the rear. Those are your options. Make sure you're doing some on both sides. And here's the numbers. So if you're tiger, or if you're struggling anyway, work 5 of them. So it'll look like this. 1, sir. And you continue like that until you've completed 5 sets of 3. You move to the other side and do it the exact same way. Kick, kick, and kick. Set it down and focus. After you do that on each side, you're good to go. But remember, K for K, adults and black belts, you have different numbers. I want to see you guys doing 10 to 15 or more if you can handle it. It's going to challenge your balance, it's going to challenge your strength, and you're going to grow from it. So put your heart and soul into it.